What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another tier list for Rome Total War. And today we're gonna be talking about the Scipii. I've done the Julii, I've done the Brutii, now it's time for the Scipii. And by this point, if you watched the other two, you probably know where this one is going. But I am not sure. Let's analyze this. You know, the advantage of the Scipii over to the Julii, over to the Brutii, and the Julii to an extent, is that they start with a barracks, a decent barracks, but they, as you can see, they don't have any ports. You're gonna have to build the ports. So that's the downside. So all the Roman factions start with different buildings. So for example, the Green Romans, they start with access to Cav. For example, the Roman Julii, they start with access to a port and Hastates. And these guys, they start with Hastates. They start with a city on Sicily. And this is probably the most difficult start for a Roman faction. Alright. For one simple reason. There is no baby settlement for the Scipii. Now, you can argue that the baby settlement is, you know, and if we come over here, the baby settlement is Lilybaeum. Well, I beg to differ. It has walls, and it belongs to a faction. So, actually, I was thinking that you know, Julii is a B, Brutii is an S, so the Scipii are going to be an A tier faction. Well, maybe. That's a maybe. All of the cities in let me just do toggle faux. I think that's it. Yes, sir. Now, can we see everything here? No, we can't. That's a shame. I'm going to get my spy close by. Okay, we can see this. You have Syracuse right by Messana. You know, and let me tell you that you have a lot of population here in Capua, but not a lot in Messana. It's 3,500. It's not too bad, but you can just take your general and start besieging Syracuse. You will not have enough troops. You will probably have to take this guy as well with you. Boom, and then attack these guys. This is what I would do in the first turn of the game. You will put some pressure on the Brutii, sure, because you will get attacked by the Greeks. And you will probably put some pressure, well, no, really, not on the Julii. You do this, you can get here, you can go just lower the tax, get some troops over here, maybe even some peasants. You don't really need anything else. By the way, let me just check. Same price, actually, as you can see. Same upkeep cost. Here, I would probably do this. Get these guys on the boat. And then you'll take them over onto this city. Okay? This is what I would do. This is how I would open the game. And the thing is, you're gonna take a 6,000 people city. You're probably going to enslave the population, but you will get some of that over to Capua and Messana. And then you will go over to Lilybaeum. I don't know what is the population of Lilybaeum, but I am going to guess it's around the 3,000 as well. 3,000, 3,500, probably one of the two. So you're gonna get some well-developed settlements right off the gate. You know, you have the barracks. You already have a port here. This is really good. Stone walls. This is huge for this period in the game, okay? So early in the game, it's huge to have stone walls. And then you can go Lilybaeum, and then you can just go and invade Carthage as soon as you can. Now, of course, we've already done stuff over here. I'm just going to get the buildings off. We start with 5,000 as the other Roman factions. And to be fairly honest, there's nothing much to talk about the Scipii, but we do need to go and check what are their buildings, what are their religious buildings. So we're gonna go to the city. I was just in there. And we're gonna check. Oh, by the way, I remember talking about corruption. Yes, corruption on the Julii one, the Julii video. And here's corruption. You can see it here, 24. You know, okay, but never mind. Let's just check about. Let's just check it out over here on the shrines. So you're gonna have 3, but you need a port to make the shrine to Neptune. It makes sense. Okay, it gives you public order, happiness. That's all that Neptune does. Ooh, but on the last level, you'll be able to do the Corvus Cinquerum, and this is a good ship. Okay, this is a good ship. It's not great, but it's a good one. It has high attack. How many sailors does it have? 200. So this is kind of like a Quinquerum, but it's I think it's more focused on attack. To be fairly honest, and it makes sense that the Scipii have it because they have to be on the sea fighting Carthage and whatnot. So this makes sense, okay? So you will have, ooh, and you can also do a Disser. Okay, this is the best naval unit in the game. Okay, this is the best naval unit in the game, and you will have access to it if you do play with the Scipii. So this is really good. They are a naval faction, as you can see over here. Okay, so that's where they shine, on the sea. Now let's see about the other temples. They have the temple to Saturn, and for Saturn you get happiness and law, much like the temple for the Julii. I don't remember what deity it was, but much like that one, you will get public order bonus due to law, and that is amazing because you started with corruption. You saw that it was a very small amount of corruption, but as the settlement grows and the further you go on your empire, you know, the larger your empire is, the more you will suffer from that. So if you play as the Scipii, build temples of Saturn. You know, it's probably the best one to build for you. And then we have the military one, which is an upgrade to light and heavy weapons. Oh, you also have upgrades to armor and experience here. So it's a decent one. It will give you level 1 everything on your units. That's pretty decent. And when you go for the Pantheon, you get 1 extra experience. That's not too bad. That's actually decent. But it's not major, okay? It's not a major buff to your troops. I would put it on a recruitment center. For example, if you capture Carthage, probably put it in Carthage. And then everywhere else, just do temples for Saturn. If you're gonna go invade over that side, maybe do it there. Now, what could you capture? What else could you capture? Like, Carthage is a good city, is a big one, but Corollis is small, Thapsus is small, Lepsis is small. So the Scipii will not have a lot of advantages. Like, the Brutii are just the best faction to play as because you have the Wonders of the World over to their side of the map. Over here, you don't have any Wonders of the World. You're gonna be good at trade. You are, but you're not gonna be as good at trade as the Brutii. You will not gonna be as good militarily as the Brutii. You're not gonna face as hard foes as the Brutii, sure. But the difficulty-wise, it's probably a little bit easier than the Scipii, if you can hop from island to or from landmass to landmass. But it's not gonna be as easy as the Brutii. So to be honest, like I was looking at this earlier, you're gonna be fighting the Greeks. Yes, this is gonna be a very difficult siege. But if you're past the early game, you know, if you're past taking both the settlements in Sicily and maybe Corollis, you were gonna have a good time steamrolling Carthage, and then you can go around and fight the Numidians. It's a bit boring fighting the Numidians here, and you can also go over and take over Spain, or you can go over the other way and eventually get to Egypt. That you can do. The mid game is gonna be a bit boring because you have these spaced out settlements. I'll give you that. So the Scipii campaign is not one that pleases me particularly. I think I would prefer to play a Julii campaign. Maybe? Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. I think that the Scipii are a little bit better than the Julii just because of that. So this is it. That's my analysis. So what is the takeaway from this? what will you be doing with the Scipii? With the Scipii, you will be fighting Carthage, Numidia, and Egypt for sure. Maybe, if you want, you will be fighting Spain. It's a varied roster of enemies, okay? So it will be fresh. It will always be fresh. The Egyptians are annoying to fight, so that's kind of bad. But everybody else, at least your early to mid game, is gonna be fairly easy. The immediate early game might be hard if you go for Syracuse. You might go for Lilybaeum first, muster some more forces, and then go and take Syracuse. I would take Syracuse because of the population and because it's a developed city already. Okay, that's why I would go for Syracuse. So when you start off with the Scipii, you will have access to more developed settlements than both the Brutii and the Julii, so that might give you an edge in the early game. Then your temples are actually not bad. You have one that deals with law, and you have one for the military, you have one for just for public order happiness, but it will give you good naval units, really good naval units, I should say. So definitely, in the late game, you're going to be really good on the sea because you're going to have access to the Ceres, and, you know, that's it. But you don't have access to the wonders of the world, and they are overpowered, clearly. They're really good. So, taking that into consideration, of course, they're going to be super strong. I'm going to put the Scipii. Dun, 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 dun. I'm actually going to give them the A tier. I was thinking about, no, they're just kind of like the Julii, but no, the Julii will have more difficulty, you know, because when you take these settlements, they will have low population. Okay, you will have to rebuild a lot of the buildings. You're not gonna be able to have a lot of units unless you take them from Italy, and even though if you're always training from Italy, and granted, I'm making these videos on the perspective of a huge unit scale, okay? Not normal unit scale. On normal unit scale, you're probably not gonna have any problems with the Julii, and on normal unit scale, the Julii would probably be an A for sure, and the Scipii would also gonna be an A for sure. You know, they are still, you know, so for huge unit scale, okay? That's how I'm making these videos. So that's gonna be it. Let's put the Scipii on the A tier, and I'm so sorry, Julii. You're a really good faction for beginners, but you lack the advantage of the wonders out here, and you lack the advantage of good cities out here. Also, the Brutii also have good cities, and that is why they are S tier, and that is why the Scipii are just A tier, and the Julii fall back on the B tier. So the next factions I'm going to be making are going to be the Diadochi. So I'm going to be making Macedon, Egypt, the Seleucid Empire, and then of course the Greeks, but that's going to be probably in just a few days. I'm going to be making them slowly, and they're going to come out when they're ready. So thank you so much for watching this, and keep in touch for more tier list for Rome 1 Total War, for Rome Total War. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.